So, Chef, premiere here at South by?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
It's a movie that we made outside the studio system. I wrote it, directed it, and star in it, play the chef. It's about a guy who loses his way as a pretty prominent chef in Los Angeles, and through the misuse of social media ends up losing his career and has to rebuild it.
Why don't you come by again tonight? I got a whole new menu just for you.
No,
That's not good.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Don't do it. That's out there now, bro.
What happens?
Why would you do
You
that?
can't take that back.
You know what? I threw down the gauntlet.
And he gets to know his son from a divorce, his 10-year-old boy, as he goes on this journey through the food truck culture to reconnect with his cooking inspiration.
I heard that you wrote it in 2 weeks, the script. Is that,
Yeah, it
is
was
that even
pretty
humanly
quick.
possible?
The whole idea popped in my head, and that hasn't happened to me in a long time. Very similar to what happened when I wrote Swingers, close to 20 years ago,
Right.
where the whole idea comes to you, and you kind of want to get it down before it goes away. Because I have a lot of screenplays that are only 8 pages long because you stop.
So the whole thing, like beginning, middle, and end, like the whole arc came to you, the character came to you, the supporting characters came to you?
Yeah, I knew
amazing.
I wanted to do something about chef culture and about chefs because cooking is very cinematic, and the creative process is very relatable through a chef's eyes. I'm in the movie business, and it's not as interesting, but yet it covers a lot of the same terrain.
Right.
So the relationship with the public, critics, social media, family versus career, it gave me a way to speak to my perspective on those.
So you've got like 1 million followers on Twitter. So you haven't had this experience of saying something stupid, or?
No, I'm an early adopter of Twitter, and I've always been smart about not.
Right.
A lot of it's if you overshare or you tweet in either if you've had too much to drink or you're too emotional. I always viewed it as you're doing a press conference and don't put anything out there. Don't kid yourself to think you're having a personal, private conversation. And I've seen a lot of people join and leave. And I think that's part of, just using Twitter and social media as a storytelling tool, kind of like the ways we use answering machines back in Swingers, because they're just part of what we did. So it wasn't a movie about social media, but it really became a big part of it. And to depict it in an accurate way as a story tool was really cool.
Yeah, Swingers would be a much different movie if you made it now. With
Sure, there were cell
WhatsApp
phones and
Tinder and
texting.
Snapchat.
Tinder, right?
How about a Swingers too, like the tech version?
I've been married for so long, I don't even know what's happening. But when I hear about things like Tinder, it's like that would be a whole different movie now if you're meeting people through some app. Yeah.
So the cast, I mean, you got some big names in this. It's an indie.
Yeah,
Did you call in some favors from the studio?
I did. The favors were Scarlett, Sofia Vergara, Robert Downey, John Leguizamo,
Bobby Cannavale's great.
Bobby Cannavale, Dustin Hoffman, a very rich ensemble.
Where's Vince Vaughn though? This is like your first movie without Vince Vaughn.
I haven't. No, I'm not. I'm about to work with Vince later this week on a movie that he's doing called Term Life. So I'm about to do a role in the movie he's working on right now.
And what's this I hear about Jungle Book? You're under contract to do a live action version of Jungle Book?
Yeah, that's right.
Is there going to be music like Bare Necessities?
We'll see what shakes out with it. It's going to be, the animals are going to be photo real, and they're going to be, it's going to be a lot of CG environment with live action Mowgli, the boy, at the center of it.
Right.
So it'll be a hybrid of animation and live action, and hopefully preserving a lot of the tone of the original Disney film while making it an adventure and updating it and making it taking full advantage of the technology that's available today, and 3D and IMAX and all these great tools for telling stories.
You drew the line on 3D. I remember, I think it was Cowboys and Aliens. They wanted versus Aliens. They wanted to make it 3D, and you were like, no.
For me, the Western aspect of it and the classic sci-fi aspect of it was best served by anamorphic on film, because it really spoke to the classics of both genres.
Right.
And I knew it might have been the last time I would get to work on film in that format. So it was a really good opportunity to do that. But if it's all a matter of what the content is, the best version for the content. And to me, going through this jungle on a big screen format, done in 3D with really good visual effects is, I think, something that could be pretty arresting.
Want to see if I was really cooking, don't you?
So Chef's coming out May 9th.
All right, catch Chef. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, John.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
good, right?
Yeah.
You're full.